which again happens all of the time while you're driving. So, you know, the amount of score you get for driving well, properly, with a properly set up train is considerably more than it would have been currently.
Question, having your bell on for the entirety of a 4-up challenge, does that grant you extra points?
Unfortunately, no, it doesn't currently take your points away, but I am thinking of changing.
I'm never going to win a 4-up challenge again.
So the other thing that we wanted to do with the scoring system was allow an opportunity for those players who want to play with the safety systems turned on, so that they can now earn extra points as well. So if you've got all your trains set up correctly, you're driving well within the guidelines. This includes things like heavy braking and so forth, and you got your safety systems on. You know, and this is all counted all of the time while you're driving between stations. You can see how there's so much more opportunity for earn score there versus the actual stop and the score you earn there, which have been quite significantly reduced. So we really are encouraging players to drive much better practices.
Yeah, and think like a driver, like I think you could almost go onto autopilot for some stretches of track beforehand. And I guess the scoring system, what it's trying to do is trying to keep you vigilant, trying to keep you alert, trying to keep you sort of adaptive to the things that are going on around you and rewarding you for driving as a real driver would.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as your driver, you're not going to be focusing on the score. You should be focusing on what's in front of you.
Of course.
However, what you'll find is that if you have driven, you know, properly and followed the rules and so forth, you should find that score much better reflects that than it currently does.
Yeah, and just in terms of the kind of mastery of a route or mastery of how to operate a particular train, is there a way that we are rewarding those drivers who do all of those things other than just points?
So in Train Sim World currently, you've got the bronze, silver and the gold medals, which a gold medal was designed to be, you know, you've achieved it really well. It's at the top tier. And the bronze was, you've finished. Congratulations, that's the participation award.
Guilty.
You never had bronze medals, don't lie. So what we've done actually, because
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim Classic video. We are on the Chatham Main Line, the long one, Victoria down to Dover and Ramsgate, which was recently free, but I don't think, no more. But yeah, we're going to be taking a service from here at Victoria on the blue 375, and we're going to be heading down to either Chatham or Gillingham. The service does actually continue all the way to Dover, but we haven't got enough time for that tonight, as this will be, I believe, on the Dovetail Games event. So yeah, we're only going to be going to Chatham or Gillingham, which is quite nice. That's Dovetail's place. We are the Dovetail direct train. Nice. So let's hop in. We've got a little bit of time before we go. We'll get the GSMR set up. 1 Sierra 30. 1 Sierra 30. Standing at signal. Was that 011? 011, I think. 011. And we'll confirm that. We do have a guard on this service as well, so we get the ding ding with the ding ding back. There we go. And I'm going to make it clear now, which I'm really happy that we were able to, but this is an enhanced version of the train you get on this route. Activate driver only operations, certainly not. Driver ID 07458. There we go, and we've got to set the route code. Tell us what the route code is? No, but this is Dover, so we'll just do Control 8, and that should then change it the other way. Come on, Dover Priory. Don't have to worry about times, as the guard will do that. As soon as we hear the ding ding, we're off. Come on, Dover. I think it's in alphabetical order, isn't it? So it'll be a little bit further. Come on, Dover. Show yourself. Must be coming up now. Dover Priory. There we go. Oh yeah, enter that as well. Send that. There we go. We got that. So we'll take the DRA off. And yeah, now we wait. No, now it's a 375. We got the cameras here. Shouldn't have the cameras there. Right. Let's go. Let's get out of Victoria. Tell that's on auto. I'll set them to off. Never trust auto. There we go. It's a little bit laggy to begin with, as there's so many trains. There's a lot of trains. So bear with the lag for about the first 2 minutes. And then it will then subside. As we head away from, because you've got the Brighton Main Line on the right hand side as well. I suppose it's a bit like the Brighton Main Line on Train Sim World, where you've sort of got to suffer with all of the southeastern trains frame rate. Well, it's the same on here. We've got the southern on one side, so it does bring down the frames a bit. Little brake test. Yeah, cool. Whack that up. And again, it will be somewhere on the screen, but this train is altered. In brackets, enhanced to the original release version. So this is what we're using here, is the class 375/377 enhancement pack, which is on an external third-party website, being on Armstrong Powerhouse. But you need the Chatham Main Line to be able to get this train and enhance it if you want. So just to make that clear. But happy I'm able to show off the enhanced version, as I mean, you might be a new player, you might be a veteran player of the game, probably more so veteran player of the game. But that's sort of what Train Sim Classic is. That's what keeps it alive and kicking, is third party, and then also external third party. So your third party would be, Victory Works, Just Trains for most of their stuff. Well, they sort of also put stuff onto the Steam. Well, no, Armstrong Powerhouse, they also have stuff on the Steam store. But then they've got their own products on our external their own websites. This being one of them. But I mean, this is sort of what makes Train Sim Classic almost as good as Train Sim World, and in some ways better, as with these enhancements and things the community make. Got Battersea Power Station up there, or Battersea Shopping Centre now. What's the shopping centre? Anyone been to Battersea or the Power Station Shopping Centre? What's it like? It looks quite glamorous. I've seen sort of from some of the things I've seen of it. So our first station stop will be Bromley South, which is quite a way away. Think of that as sort of like East Croydon on the Brighton Main Line, sort of a bit of a way out. Grosvenor Bridge, which then over the River Thames. There we go. Cool. So we sort of got to get out of sort of the South London rush to begin with. So there you go. We say goodbye to the Brighton Main Line, which goes off on the right hand side of us. And then with them, also got to go over the South West Main Line. And you've got all the overground trains, you know, Clapham High Street and Wandsworth Road. And then finally, after that, we're sort of in the clear. No, it was 45 now for us. I'm not too bad with this route, memory-wise. As you might realise, we are doing it without any of the things telling us where to go. Well, not really where to go, but telling us the speed limit. Because you can have this up. You can have that on if you want, or the mini version like that. I just like having it off. Obviously not for every route I can do that, but for ones I'm interested in, like this route, I can. What is for this bit? Oh, jolting across there, look at that. Oh, you feel that going across there, you would. Straight over in the chair. This one's Wandsworth Road, I think, this one. Is this Wandsworth Road or Clapham High Street? I think it's Wandsworth Road, this first one. We got a class 378 there, a capital star, or electro star in disguise. We're still a little bit low on the FPS here, but again, it's still fairly busy. But yeah, once we're past Brixton, it should settle down. Keyword should settle down. What are we doing at the moment? Yeah, it's not like great at the moment. But yeah, purely just the amount of AI about. Being basically the throat coming in, or the southeastern throat coming into Victoria. Should settle down soonish. Should start going up. Yeah, it's already started going up now. 19 now, 20 there. Yeah, the other main line coming into Victoria. As we've done a lot of the Brighton Main Line on showcases. So I thought, you know what? Let's do the other main line out of Victoria, the Chatham Main Line. Well, I was saying that the original plan was to do the class 319, but I couldn't find any first Capital Connect scenarios with it. So I thought it'd be a bit cheeky doing Connex, as that they're not sort of officially in the game. So I resorted to this. And this is Brixton. Little 2 as we go through. Hopefully audio levels are okay. It's not the noisiest of trains, this one. I think it's at a fairly good level at the moment. I won't know until I finish, so it could be really high, it could be really low. I hope it's just right. Well, hopefully we haven't missed a speedboard. Must be one coming up. Can't be 45 for much longer. Oh, we got a 40 coming up. Oh no, warning for a 45, so it must have now gone up. Must have missed that. Or did we? I'm pretty certain it's fairly slow through Brixton. Well, 45 coming up anyway, so this will be going through Herne Hill. Yeah, Herne Hill. So you've got Thames Link, which comes down from Loughborough Junction, Elephant and Castle, and Blackfriars. There we go. So Thames Link sort of sweeps across here and then goes down towards Tulse Hill with the Sutton services. That was Herne Hill. Now we then say goodbye to GTR, Thames Link and Southern, well, until Beckenham Junction. Right, up to 60. What we got along here? We've got West Dulwich. Hang on, oh, have we got West Dulwich? No, yeah, West Dulwich, Sydenham Hill, Penge is it? Penge East, Kent House, and Beckenham Junction. So I get confused because on our network, Southern and Thames Link and stuff, we've got Penge stations and Dulwich stations. Which hang on, which ones do we have? North, South, East? But I'm pretty certain Southern's North Dulwich and East Dulwich on the Portsmouth lines, and yeah, we have West Dulwich. So this should be West Dulwich coming up. Yeah, West Dulwich, and then Sydenham Hill I think is the next one, and then I think Penge East. Pretty certain Penge West is Southern / Overground. Hang on, no, Penge West, yes, no, that is Overground as well. Nice bit of horn there. So yeah, Sydenham Hill, this one. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's going to be Penge East. That's our next one. Hopefully I'm right in saying that, or thinking that. Is that a gentle 60? Does it come down through Kent House? Maybe. We'll find out. Find out the hard way. Nice. But this service, realistically, I've been on this one. We all got invited down to Dovetail Towers down in Chatham. Really cool event for the launch of TrainSim World 4. Well, not the launch, but pre-launch of TrainSim World 4. Yeah, so I sort of went both ways because it was across 2 days. I mean, a lot of people just stayed at hotels in Chatham because they had to come down from really far away. But as I, live relatively close and just get free travel on South Eastern anyway, I just went home each day. Yeah, this is Penge East then. Penge East. Be Penge East, don't be Penge West. Yes, Penge East. So yeah, one of the days I took the highest speed on the Javelin, the 395, which is alright, but after like once or twice, it's like Javelin. And this way is a lot nicer. And then the second day I took the 375 down via Bromley, which is a lot more comfier, a lot quieter, generally just much nicer. Oh, that wasn't down for us. Still 60, I believe. I think it was 45 going one way, 25 the other way. Across the points. I got at 45 anyway. Just in case. 60. You got the trams there on the right, the Croydon trams, and also the southern branch to Beckenham Junction. Bit of a weird one. Beckenham Junction, Birkbeck. That's Crystal Palace. Through we go. So there's no other trains in here at the moment. Beckenham Junction. Cool. So we got Beckenham Junction, Shortlands, and Bromley South. No, Bromley South. No, there's another, wasn't there? No, yeah, Shortlands and then Bromley South, I think. And after that, you've then got Bickley, St Mary Cray, Swanley. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something there. No, I don't think so. Or am I? Maybe. But yeah, the route is the Chatham Main Line, Victoria to Ramsgate and Dover, which was an awesome release. I literally could not stop playing this route when it first came out. It was like, wow. Just the fact you can go the full 2 hours or so from Victoria to Ramsgate or Dover, it's just great. Having that sort of... I mean, that's another sort of positive thing about... Train Sim Classic is much longer routes as opposed to its newer relative Train Sim World. Train Sim Classic is still very much alive and kicking. And if you haven't got Train Sim Classic, give it a go. Obviously if your PC allows you to give it a go. But it's still a game very much worth getting. And there's still plenty of DLC released on the Steam store. I think most recently had a Romanian locomotive release actually. By Train Motion. Well, it sounds of recording this. Right, I think we're coming out to Bromley South. Well, we're stopping here anyway, so hopefully it is Bromley South. It looks like Bromley South. So we'll start stopping. Oh, sorry, this is Bickley. And I think Bickley is the one after this. Right, we are formed of 8 coaches, so looking out for the 8 coach stop marker. And you've got the Thameslink stop markers here as well. As that is another DLC for this route, is the Class 700. Which we might, we might see it once we get down to Medway. Or down to the Medway area. Well, that's an offset stop marker. Is it slightly trickier to see where it is. Must be a bit of a gradient here. We keep sort of slowing down quite quickly. That will do. Yeah, this is Bromley South. At the back. Nice. And yeah, next up after this is going to be... Oh, we gotta stop there. Longfield. Okay. I'd rather we not stop there than we can. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Over the hill. Push the hill start button or the brake hold button. Yeah, Longfield. That's after Farningham Road, I think. Yeah, Farningham Road, Longfield, Mepham. Are we still banging out Soul Street as well? No, we don't about Soul Street. Let's go. It's a nice route, this one. It's sort of got that nice sort of variety to it in a way. You know, you sort of got this bit here, which is sort of like a bit of a metro sort of area. You got the 700s darting around down to Seven Oaks and Orpington, and maybe a bit of southern action as well. It's also, well, quad track here, where it sort of then goes into 2, and we've obviously come from Victoria and Brixton, where it's sort of 2. I don't know, it's just a nice sort of mix on this route. This is one of the routes where I sort of really hope this comes to TrainSim World one day. Well, it is actually on TrainSim World, but that's the bit from Strood to Faversham. Whereas this is the bit from, well, sort of Rochester / the bridge up to Victoria. Which, yeah, the busy bit. Well, that's Bickley, I think. We don't have to stop there. That's another cool thing. You get to whiz through many stations on the fast services. There's a 700 there. So yeah, Thameslink then gets sent up here on the right. Or some of the time they get sent up on the right, which takes them up to Orpington. But then they can also continue on to along to Swanley. And then come off towards Seven Oaks. Nice. So we just went under the southeastern main line, or southeast main line, which is the line from Cannon Street and Charing Cross all the way down to Ashford. Yeah, Ashford International. That's like slash also to sort of Dover, but going the other way. Yeah, going via Ashford. Quite a cool network, the southeastern one. Lots of different main lines. Quite a big metro area as well. Well, assuming it is, well, I was about to say, assuming it's still 60, but now it's going up to 90. Nice. Nice bit of speed to us. Just got to remember we are stopping at Longfield. Let me get my, well, it's a bit late actually, but I'll get my 8 coach stop marker reminder up. Longfield, 8 coach. up to 90, which is nice. But if you have made it this far in the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. And if you're watching on the showcase event, if you've also made it this far in the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other content on after this, or maybe there was before this. Absolutely flying along now. Fantastic. Yes, that would be St Mary Cray, that. Another station, just leave it in the dust. And then, yeah, onwards to Swanley, which is where we then sort of, well, the other line to the right of us breaks away. Yeah, hopefully the audio levels are alright. I'm sort of tempted to turn it down a bit. I might turn it down just a tiny bit, just in case. Now we're going a bit quicker. Absolutely flooring it. Oh, I thought it crashed for a second. I was like, no. No, we're all good. Well, I have just realised I am actually missing something from this. I mean, it's not like a big thing, but also we've got the AP enhancement pack, but there's also another mod which then also goes on top of that. I know mods, which is the Sam T, the Sam T sound mod and the Yowie weathering patch, which sort of just makes it look all grubby. But oh well, that's fine. We got this anyway. Top that down. I think it says 75 through Swanley. Yeah, 75. Cool. So yeah, at Swanley we say goodbye to the lines down to Sevenoaks, as well as the ones towards Maidstone East, and then eventually down to Ashford that way. Yeah, so it goes down, what's that? Ainsford, Shoreham, Otford, Baton Bull and Sevenoaks, and also yeah down towards yeah, Maidstone and Ashford. Right, back up to 90. Route looks great though. I mean, sort of being one of the newer routes. Cool. So we'll start slowing down at well, after Farningham Road. As after Farningham Road, you've got the junction, which then goes up to High Speed 1, which I think joins up near Ebbsfleet. So we'll sort of, yeah, once we get past that, we'll then start, you know, thinking about slowing down. Love the horn on this. Okay. Yeah, if you do enjoy driving this train, there's many other routes you can have the 375 on. There's the, well, not actually many more, but you've got the Medway Valley line, or at least when we talk about steam stuff, yeah, the Medway Valley line, which is Strood down to Tunbridge, really pretty route. You can drive it on there, as well as I suppose on the southeastern or Kent high speed route on TrainSim Classic, and on TrainSim World as well. You've got the 375. which you can drive on the Brighton Main Line and South Eastern High Speed. Lots and lots of different routes. So I'm trying not to confuse everybody. There's just tons and tons. Right, so Longfield is up next. Yeah, Longfield, Mepham, Sell Street, although we're not stopping at Sell Street, and then sort of the long straight down to, a long gap down to Rochester. So I'm just going to sort of let it coast for now. I think the access to HS1 comes off before Longfield. But I don't know how soon after that is then Longfield. So yeah, we'll just say we're about 65 at the moment. So we're doing an alright speed. Yeah, that's the warning for going on to the junction. I wonder if does this actually ever get used now? Any train people out there sort of local to the area, do any trains actually use the access links to HS1? Maybe freight trains, maybe, sort of going down there, I don't know. Yeah, well, I can see houses in the distance, so I assume that's probably where Longfield is. And Longfield to Mepham's not far either. Longfield, Mepham, Sell Street, they're all quite close to one another. Yeah, here it is, here. So formed of 8 coaches, so looking out for the 8 coach stop marker. Probably right towards the end of the platform. Cool. Where are you? Oh, it is at the end. That's alright then. But yeah, welcome to Longfield. So yeah, sort of a little town / large village just outside of London. On the commuter belt. A much nicer stop than to Bromley South, which was sort of slightly hideous. And the guard does it all for us. See, are we on time? Ooh, doesn't actually say. Just says 11:50 at Rochester, which, yeah, should be doable. Dover P. Oh, bloody on and off you get. We want to get to Mepham, which is like 2 miles or so. Yeah, 2.6. Buzz the guard back. Right, let's go. Let's watch it leaving. But let's go a bit sort of further up to the front of the train. There we go. It's a very nice southeastern dark blue livery. There it goes. Cool. Yeah, so we'll head down. Yeah, probably go to Gillingham actually. I feel like Gillingham is probably a place where they change drivers in real life, considering you've got the Gillingham depot there. So yeah, I'll probably go to as far as Gillingham, which will then be sort of about 55 minutes or so. Which will be a nice ending point. I've just got first class on here as well, which before South Eastern did away with first class. There's first class on the Electro Stars. Just pointless. Completely and utterly pointless. Which South Eastern have realised that, so they've got rid of them. Right, it was only 2.6, so we don't want to sort of go straight up to 90. That'd be slightly overkill. Although Longfield to Mepham's a slightly longer gap than Mepham to Soul Street. Mepham to Soul Street is at the diddiest gap between stations. Not as diddy as Newhaven Harbour to Newhaven Town, but yeah, it's a pretty small gap between them. Ready for you, Mepham. It may have been a while since I've driven this part of the route, but we will find you. It's only 2.6, so that's not that far. Was it after this bridge? Quite possibly. Yeah, there it is. Right, we're coming up to Mepham. It's a really scenic route, as it is in real life. It's stunning along here, especially at summer. That's when I went over to the Dovetail Games event. Yeah, the summer months on this route, wow, it's beautiful. Much better than HS1, where you sort of just see Dagenham and the marshes, sort of, yeah, the Thames. Yeah. If you're going to Chatham, Gillingham, don't bother with HS1. I mean, HS1's cool, give it a go. But then you'll probably be like, you know what, I'll just get on the Electro Star. Go the old way, which is only like 10 minutes slower and much comfier. I've got a bit further down the platform to go. Up to the 8 coach stop marker. We're on a bit of an uphill gradient here as well. It sort of goes up, and then Soul Street's at the top of the hill, and it dives down and just goes down and down and down and down all the way to Rochester. Yeah, this is Mepham. We got 8 minutes to get to Rochester, which should be okay. What time were you at Rochester? 51. Might be alright. We might have lost that a little. We might be about 30 seconds to a minute down, but we might be able to make that up. Let's get a photo as well at some point. Right, let's get back in. The guard will do his thing in a second. 7 mile. Oh, 54. Could be a bit better. Right, holding the brake hold button. I need a bit of power to begin here. There we go. We'll watch it leaving again. Watch it from the other side. They just love an Electro Star. People in the chat right now, oh, not Electro Stars. Modern plastic. Right, very good trains these. Well built. And the 375s especially, with South Eastern, are very nice. Much better than the Southern Class 377s. Now, someone who quite likes Southern and may or may not be employed by them, they're much better, the 375s. At least from a customer point of view, or passenger point of view, the seats are so much nicer. There's actually, they're quite well padded, the 375 seats, I suppose, since the refurbishments. You can really sort of go into southeastern seats, very comfy. This is Seoul Street, so 75 at the moment. And from here it is downhill the whole way, which you get in real life, and in the game is really, really nice. So looking out over the Medway Valley. I was going to save the game as well, just in case. Fingers crossed it doesn't, but you never know. It shouldn't do though. I feel like there's a 60 along here as well, so I'm sort of going to keep my eyes peeled for that. Is that another train coming up the hill? Yeah, another train coming up. Don't know the exact grade profile here, but it is steep. Especially sort of the last bit up to Seoul Street. Yeah, good memory of this part though. It was after the DTG event. Who was with me? I think it was me, Droha, and Megasim, and also Dovetail Games Alex. Sort of coming up, and Hentis as well. And yeah, we were coming up this bit, and this was like a gorgeous summer's day. Sort of, what time would it have been? I think it was about 4 PM-ish. So the sun was sort of, well, it was August, so sort of mid-August. So sort of the sun was already not low in the sky, but not, you know, it wasn't like high noon. So you sort of had that sort of golden, yeah, that sort of golden late summer look, and it was sort of, yeah, coming basically where we are now, sort of looking out over the Medway Valley. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pleasant and pretty. And the Dovetail Games themselves are located in Chatham Dockyard, which is really, really nice as well. Yeah, I suppose it's, yeah, quite good. We are heading down to Chatham as, yeah, sort of celebrating at the moment also 15 years of Train Simulator / Dovetail Games. So it's yeah, it's quite nice sort of coming down here. So quite soon we'll be passing under High Speed 1. Basically to parallel to the right of us, but just a bit further down, is the Medway Valley line. Guess we might be able to see it already. Yeah, out over there. I think that's Cuxton down there. And then you've got the High Speed 1 and the M2, which no, yeah, which we go under here. Which means we probably want to start thinking about slowing down. It's quite, I think it's, is it 40? 30 or 40? 30, no, yeah, 30, I'm pretty certain it will come down to, which isn't too far off now. Can't remember if there's a warning board for it or not. So we were due there at Rochester at 50. So we've got a minute and... Oh, there's a warning. We've got a minute and a half. So unlikely to be there bang on time, but only a couple of minutes late. That's fine. And then any Train Sim World players, you should recognise where we come out in a second. Yeah, but oh yeah, I know that place. There's where the 30 begins. Sort of try and stick to a higher limit until the last second. And go down to your 30. Just so there's Rochester Castle there. The cathedral hasn't loaded in just yet. Should do in a second. Oh, there we go. I was hidden behind the castle. There's the cathedral and castle. And now they're gone. Now they're back. Now they're there. Now they're gone. It's almost like we've got a drag-in brake or something. It keeps sort of slowing down. Bit too much. Yeah, all good. Oh, we get a photo here as well, sort of a good place for it. With the that's where we are. Sunlight positioning on it as well. Doesn't have to be fantastic. Yeah, it would do. Get another one there as well. Maybe try and get one from up here. Yeah, that would do. But yeah, we'll head up to Gillingham, which is still about 10 minutes from where we are now. And yeah, that's where we will finish. We'll hand it over to the next driver, who can then take it on the rural run down to Dover Priory. Again, hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. And thanks for watching, and also a big thanks to Dovetail Games for allowing us to show the enhanced version of the 375. There's the Medway Valley line, there's Strood, and here's sort of bit what comes up here from the North Kent line. Over the little bridge here at Rochester. You got the submarine down there. I wonder if Dovetail's base is actually modelled in the Train Sim Classic version. I think I've checked the Train Sim World version, or they've seen pictures of it in the Train Sim World version. So you've got the limit to how far you can fly out, and I think there's like a little nod to it. Yeah, I wonder if it's on the Train Sim Classic version. We shall have a little investigation. Here we are, Rochester. Stop marker 468. Now this route's actually set ahead of the Train Sim World version, and the Train Sim World version doesn't actually have basically any of the buildings on the left of us, which I think is like a travel lodge and a sort of just a new residential area. That's sort of whilst it's still being built. Right, we drew at 50 and it's 52. So that's not too bad. Yeah, that's fine. It will do. Let's have a little look. Neil, flying along. Yeah, down here. Yeah, it is. It would be here. Yeah, this is the place, isn't it? Yeah, I think. Yeah, because you come off that side. There's a little. You come down here. So yeah, it would be. Maybe it's where this building's meant to be. Is this meant to be it here? Maybe that's a nod to it here. Quite possibly. Right. Sorry, guard. And we're off. Yeah, so you've got all the sort of newer buildings here. One of them's a travel lodge. There we go. And through the old Rochester station. A bit overgrown and run down now. Yeah, this route's set in 2021, whereas the Trenton World Southeastern High Speed, I believe, is now 2018. Well, 2019, but slash 2018. Slightly more modern, this one. Hardly much difference though. Hang on, is that? Hang on. No, I thought for some reason this was like a platform asset along here, but no. I don't think so. There's a 395 as well. Heading over to St Pancras. Although this train's much nicer though, much nicer. And much comfier as well. As the Javelins, yeah, not the comfiest. Quite firm seats. Although saying that, when I went up to Edinburgh, we went in on LNER. Their standard class seats, well, they were fairly firm, but even their first class seats were fairly firm. Soft train seats, just not a thing. Apart from on 375s, they're quite comfy. But then it is quite a drastic change though when you look at something like the old HSTs. With the Mark III, sort of the first class on them, like literally almost like sofa thick first class seats. But nowadays, hardly any padding or softness to them. It's like, what's happened? Yeah, I think it was at Grand Central HSTs. Literally, the seats on there looked amazing in first class. But now you look at sort of the seats on there now in the 180s, it's like, yeah. Or even sort of the LNER 225s, compare that to the Azuma fleet, the first class seats. It's a massive difference. Right, Gillingham next, which we will be ending at Gillingham. We probably do have time to go to Rainham, but there's not really as much point as you probably would switch over at Gillingham, as there's the depot there. Seems like a more natural place to end. So it's a Charing Cross. Cool. So that was the home of DTG at Chatham. Which I didn't realise that Dovetail Games actually did start out in Guildford. I think it was actually Godalming, but I suppose Guildford. Yeah, Godalming is really close to Guildford. And then they went to, what was it, the observatory? Don't know where that is. And then, yeah, to where they are now in Chatham. In my neck of the woods. Ish. Or at least in the same region. Which makes me like Dovetail Games even more. They're sort of a local games company. Which make train sims, which are the best types of games. Although it would be nice if Dovetail Games did a bus sim world. Imagine that. Although I probably shouldn't mention that, I would start confusing everybody. But no, let's stick to trains for now. Yeah, coming up to Gillingham, and yeah, we will finish up here. But big thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us the opportunity to come on here and do a bit of the Chatham Main Line in the 375, which again is the enhancement pack version of the 375, but you do get the 375 on this route, but it's the sort of the old school one. So yeah, it's not the same 375 you get, you know, at release. I'd like to make that clear. Rubbish on the floor. This is Gillingham. That's where we're stopping up there, 628. Bit further. Yeah, it was a nice one though, down from London. I do like that part of the route. Sort of, yeah, from sort of the metro sort of city to well, countryside, and then back into Medway where it gets a bit busier again. Right, we'll do that, and we shall do that. There we go. Well, that is going to be it from me. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. The links can be found in all the usual places, at least on my channel, on the showcase, to all the usual places as well. Apart from that, thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us a chance to show this off. I've been the British Ace. Just call me Joe. Yeah, real world train dispatcher for another company which runs Electrostars in the south of England. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.
G'day viewers, my name's TrainSimulatorDriver, one of the ambassadors for Dovetail, and today I'm bringing you a bit of content in Train Sim Classic. We're going to have a look at a new locomotive on an older route. The route is, I'm going to say probably in the sale, so we'll see. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a career scenario on Albany. Austin and Albany, and we're going to run the first part of the excursion for the West Albany Shops ESE number 999 Empire State Express. So let's go. The locomotive is by Machine Rail and the route is by G-Tracks, both published by Dovetail Games. It's one of the good routes in the game, I quite enjoy it. And this is a brand new locomotive that I haven't even tried yet. This is the maiden run. So we have the honour of running historic NYC and HR number 999 today. We have taken on coal and water, ready to pick up our train which is waiting on the clean-out track. The yard master is just arriving with our orders. Well, while that's happening, let's have a bit of a look. Let's make sure rail driver's working. It appears to be, because I can control the whistle. Perhaps we should have some lights. Ooh, look at that. So she's a pretty looking thing, isn't she? Great big drivers, made for speed. This thing did 112 miles an hour. So, train order number 70, 1010, 1958. You could say, was it month or day, but it doesn't really matter, they're the same. C&E Engine 999, West Springfield Yard. Engine 999 will assemble their train at West Springfield Yard and, subject to signal indications, proceed to Springfield Union Station. Engine 999 will pick up passengers at Springfield Union Station on platform 6 and proceed on track 4 to Oak Street Station to be overtaken by train 78. Subject to signal indications, engine 999 will follow train 78 to Palmer. I don't think there's any more. No, that's it. Okay. So we have to go via the West Springfield Yard clean-out track. Very good. We have our orders. Let's reverse out of the coaling track and pick up our coaches. They are waiting for us on the clean-out track, and we must run past them on the bypass track. All right, let's just have a look on the map. So we are over here. Okay, we're sitting down there. Very good. And where is this reverse point? So that's up there. So that's our cars sitting in there on the clean out. So stop at reverse point. Got to come past them on the bypass, and that's set correctly. That's fine. They're all set correctly. So we do want to reverse out of here until we get to about this point. So let's just get out of the map. Get it into reverse, and she's going to automatically start rolling, of course. Brakes off. And let's give her a bit of throttle. Nice and gentle. Let's get her out onto this main track over here. Of course, it's a lapped brake, which really goes well with Rail-Driver. But we'll see how we go. It is stopping gradually. Let's just get these points. Into forward gear. So we're going to run with the auto fireman today, because even though I'm a fireman in real life, I'm just never really in the mood for firing in game. These points look good, so do the next ones, and so do the ones after that.